It's about time, it's about time. Well, hello and welcome finally to this week's vlog. Apologies that there wasn't one last week. I had a bit of a technical hitch. So we've all sorted that out now, it's all happening. So thank you very much for being patient with me. This week we have a bumper crop of questions from my lovelies on my Facebook page, so I'm going to get cracking straight away. First question is from Jenny Wilson. Hi Jenny, thanks for your question. She wants to know, when is book 5 out in the shops? Short but sweet answer. October the 24th. You can actually pre-order it now at Waterstones, Book Depository and Amazon. If you look for Miranda Dickinson, it's up as Untitled Dickinson 5. It's still waiting for a title. We're still waiting to find out what it is. But you can pre-order it now, but it will be out in the shops on the 24th of October, which is a little bit earlier than my books normally come out. They normally come out at the start of November. So excited about that. So hope that answers your question. Next question from Mel Cooper. Hi Mel, thank you for your questions. Mel wants to know, do I design the cover of my book? No. In the past my books have been designed by a lady called Nikki, who's lovely. This year it's going to be slightly different. I'm still waiting to see what it looks like. As soon as I can show it to you, I will do. Very excited. We have a new designer, new sort of, you know, direction for it to go in, so I'm going to wait and see. So it's all very exciting and all a bit unknown. So there we go, that's the answer to that question. She also wants to know how long from when I finish the first draft to when I hold a copy in my hands. This year it's been crazy. This year I started writing the new book 5, as you all know, at sort of the start of February, I think it was, or it might even have been the start of March. Could have been the start of March. I can't remember. And basically it's going to print at the end of this month, which is a little bit early, but they're doing printed review copies, which is slightly different from before. So actually not many months. It's normally between about 7 to 10 months. This year it's going to be a bit earlier. So hopefully I should see a printed copy around the end of the summertime. I'm very excited to see it, and as soon as I do get them I will show you, because it is a really special moment when my copies arrive. So that's the answer to that question. Her last question, so a bumper crop of questions. How many copies are printed? It varies. Normally a first run is around about 50,000 copies for paperbacks. Last year you'll remember that I had my special Tesco specials that had the coloured pages around the outside, the pink pages. I can't get my teeth in. And with those there were only 10,000, so if you had one of those copies of When I Fall in Love with the pink pages, and it's a first edition, they only happened on the first edition, that's actually probably worth quite a bit of money, because they are very, very rare. But generally it's around 50,000 copies for one print run, and then as soon as it's ordered again they print more. So hope that answers your question, thank you very much. Next question from Lisa Jones. Hi Lisa. Lisa's got 2 questions as well. She said, would I recommend going straight to an agent or going to a publishing house if you're an aspiring writer? It's difficult to say. I didn't have an agent when I signed my first deal with Avon. I was discovered on the Autonomy website, those of you who don't know. And so I didn't have an agent, and I actually signed 2 contracts without an agent. I have an agent now, the lovely Hannah from the Marsh Agency, and it's kind of a decision that I took over a few years, because I wanted to find someone who I felt really understood my books and really knew where I wanted to go as a writer. So for me that took time. A lot of people will go straight to an agent, and an agent can sort out a lot of things for you. They can get the contacts with the publishing houses. A lot of publishing houses still really won't take what they call unsolicited manuscripts, which basically means that you've sent them in yourself. But there are more and more people now who are interested, especially if you look at Novelicious, have just launched an ebook imprint in the last couple of weeks. They're actually asking for submissions now, so you could approach them like directly, and you wouldn't need an agent with that. So I think that it's changing. The best thing to do is to see the kind of people that you like, the kind of authors that you like, see who their agents are. They'll always thank them. Somewhere in their book they'll always thank them. And have a look at the kind of publishers that publish the kind of authors that you like, and just try your luck. You never know. Publishers are looking for new writers all the time. So that's probably my best advice on that one. So I hope that answers your question. Lisa's second question is, how long do I write for in one go? Well, when I finished the first draft of book 5 to send it in, of new book 5, I actually wrote for 30 hours straight. I wouldn't recommend that. It's slightly crazy. Generally, if I'm not working, I spend a week in my day job, and then I have a week writing. It's just rescheduled all my work times. If I'm working in the daytime, I will sit down and write for as long as I need to. I don't have set times. I don't start at 9 and finish at 5. I wish I did. Generally, I don't really hit my stride till about 10 o'clock at night. I very often write through the night if I have a deadline coming up. I think it's a very personal thing, and it's just dependent on how, you know, what time of day you're good. If you're good first thing in the morning, then that's great to get some down. I have friends who have little babies, and so they have 45 minutes while the baby's napping, and they go and write in 45-minute bursts. I'm a big believer that you don't set yourself these really rigid rules, because if you have a bad day, then you end up feeling rubbish and feeling like you can't write. So for me, I tend to write as I need to. It's not very helpful, but I think it's quite a personal thing, and I don't think it's a problem if you write for 10 minutes every day, or if you sit down on a Saturday and spend a couple of hours and then don't do any of the writing in the week. I think that's actually okay. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, next question from Leslie Raymond. Hi Leslie, lovely to meet you. She wants to know, where and when is book 5 set? Set in present day, and it's set in London and San Francisco. And if you want to see some of the locations, have a look on my website. I've got lots and lots of pictures that I took while I was out in San Francisco. I have a little vlog as well. I've got another one coming with all the bits that you haven't seen yet, including cable cars and all kinds of exciting things like that. So have a look on my website. If you flick back through the posts on my website, you'll find those. So I hope that answers your question. And last but not least, Anne John. Hi Anne, thank you very much for your question. She wants to know, when I have all the story details written down, how do I plot and structure so it all comes together? I don't tend to plot a lot. If it was down to me, I'd start at the beginning and just see where it ended up. I'd have a general idea of where I want it to finish. In recent years, I've started using a 3-act structure, which is basically however many words I've got to write. So say 100,000 words, I split it into 3 chunks. And I know at the end of each section I have to have the next bit that moves it on. So the first chunk sets it up, the middle chunk shows how the character deals with whatever problem I've posed for her, and she gets to know people, and there's it's how she works through whatever I've set up for her. And then the last chunk is how everything resolves. And that's a really, really simple structure that I use. It's not meticulously planned. I'm not one of these people who can do a massive, great big spreadsheet or a flow chart. I have general around 30,000 words, this has to happen, around 60,000 words, that has to happen, around 90,000 words, that has to happen, and the last 10,000 is sorting it out. But again, it's down to you. If you're a really, really sort of plotty person, then you can really plot out where everything comes, and that's fine. If not, it doesn't matter, and I think it's a very personal thing. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You're either a plotter or a fly by the seat of your pantser, I'm very much in that second category, and that's how I tend to write. So there we go. Thank you for all your lovely questions, and anything you want to know about writing, publishing, hats, books, anything else, stripy t-shirts, anything else, all you have to do is just either send me a message on Facebook or on Twitter, or drop me an email to mirandawordy@gmail.com, and I'll answer it for you next time. Now, I've still got all the entries are coming in for new rows. Have you entered yet? Come on, I want to read what you're writing. All the details are on my website. That's it for now, short but sweet. I will tell you more about book 5 next time, and I'll actually tell you about some of the characters, some of the supporting cast that I think you'll love. Until then, take care, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye. It's about time.